Oh my, what's going on, everybody? Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. Welcome again, one more time. Welcome everybody, to those that are on Facebook and to those that are on YouTube, and of course to those that are on Twitter. We are also live right now on the Big Time Show podcast channel on Instagram as well. We just started that on the last show. We're here now, live and in color there. And of course, without a doubt, hello to, of course, the home of the Big Time Show podcast channel, which is, of course, Podbean. Hey, Kerry, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining in. Nice to see you, my brother. Thank you for popping in on me. To those that are on Podbean, welcome to the show. And of course, if you're also, let me get all these preliminaries out the way before I get started. If you enjoyed that music that you just heard before, that was by my brother, Alec Winters. That you can find, if you can see on the screen there, you can listen to more music like you just heard there on his Instagram page. There it is. There, just type that in. As you can see, Alec X Winters on Instagram. I appreciate him letting me use, of course, the music that he made for the podcast. I appreciate that. Also, if you also want to check me out, I am on all of these screens that you see, Instagram and Podbean. You cannot see this, but I am going to just announce it. I am on Google Podcasts. I'm also, the show is on Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Tumblr. All you have to do is, if you have an account there, all you have to do is go there and just type in the Big Time Show podcast, follow it there. Of course, you won't be seeing it live, but as soon as I upload the show, which only takes maybe about 45 seconds, you can hear the exact replay of this entire show, just in case you can't catch me live. What is going on? I see you, Tommy. My brother Tommy's in the house. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for popping in on me there. Appreciate you so much. Listen, y'all, we're not going to deal with be here too long today, but I feel like that with each week that goes by, I feel like that I am becoming more and more confused. Now, I'm not speaking as you guys are. I just said I am. What's up, Gary? I see you. I'm becoming more confused by the week by my choice selection. If you've been hanging with me for the last God knows, how long when I start talking about the draft, you will notice that I have already kind of put in my mind who I think that we should be getting. But if you've been hanging with me, what else you should realize is that it's kind of shifting and changing. Hey, Queen, what's up? My family is here. I got my cowboy family here. If you notice my tone, if you notice my language, you'll start realizing that I am slowly but surely starting to change my mindset on who we are supposed to really be going after. I believe that majority of hey Jay, appreciate you joining in. I am noticing that most of the fan base has kind of locked in on really three specific names. Majority of the fan base have locked in on Pitts, Kyle Pitts. They've locked in on J.C. Horn, and a lot of people are still on Patrick Surtain. These are the three names that you will hear more than pretty much anybody. Most of you are on all these different groups and stuff like that. Exactly. Hey, Mike Dobson, I see you. And I think that a second four or maybe a fourth player, since he just brought about exactly. I'm coming, Gary, because I got to explain what's going on. A fourth name that may be coming up more is maybe Slater from Northwestern. You'll hear that. Last night, and I got some people in the chat here that understand exactly what I'm saying. Last night, into the early hours of the morning, I may add, I've done something that I didn't think I could do too much. And those on Podbean, you will understand. I got some guilty people that are on this line right now in Pacific. I'm looking at it. I think Gary and Queen are two of them. They had me up last night. I'm here to tell you, y'all. And I love my Cowboy fan because they're so knowledgeable. They are incredibly they know their stuff. I consider one, hey Dallas, I see you. I know my stuff too. But they had me up last night and we were just talking. We just talked football. We just talking and out of all of the names that kept coming up, yeah, exactly, Queen. Yeah, you guilty. But Queen is here. She's one of the best in the game now. She knows her stuff. Gary's on here. He knows that we was up. I had the old man up. I'm tired right now. I need to take a nap now because I had to get up early this morning. I had to do stuff. They had me up. I couldn't let go because the conversation was productive. Once you start talking about this stuff and the whys and the why nots, why should we be looking at him? Before you know it, you done spend almost 2 hours talking on the phone. I'm not gonna do it no more. Okay, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I don't have time for that. But I did it last night. And in the conversation last night, I had something else to talk about. But they have shifted my conversation for today. They have. Because there's a name that we do not talk about. And I titled this show, The Best Player Available. I didn't say best need available. There's a difference. I said the best player available. Now, I have to set this up because last year, CeeDee Lamb at 17 was the best player available. It did not fit a need that we had. Okay. And if you remember when Coach McCarthy was interviewed, Coach McCarthy's strategy is I want the best player available at any position. and I will figure out the rest. That's what Coach McCarthy said last year. If that is the case, y'all, there's a name that we do not talk about, and I'm about to mess some of y'all up, and some of y'all gonna say no, 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 no. But I'm gonna argue my case today, okay? I'm gonna argue my case. Here's my question to y'all. This is what we talked about last night, and it opened my eyes. Here it is. Why aren't we speaking of Jalen Waddle more? Somebody just said, I know. Let me throw this up. Let me throw this out. Jalen Waddle is the truth. Let's set this groundwork up first. Let's just tell the truth. Jalen Waddle is a problem. He's a big, y'all, no pun intended, but he's a big time problem. Okay. Traditionally in the NFL, I'm just arguing my case. Y'all don't have to agree with it. I'm just arguing my case. Traditionally in the NFL, the wide receiver position is more potent than the tight end position. I say that to say this. Who's really more potent? Waddle or Kyle Pitts? I think we need to, I see Mike say he really needs to go back. I don't think he's ready after injury. He's overshadowed by Smith and Chase. Thank you, Mike, because you lead me into my next statement. Is it safe to say, everybody, let me say this, that we wouldn't know really a whole lot, or at least as much as we found out about Devontae Smith if Jalen Waddle wouldn't have got hurt? Because when the season started, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, Jalen Waddle was the man. Devontae Smith was a close second. I believe I'm right about that. Jalen Waddle was the truth. Jalen Waddle was the man before he got hurt. We wouldn't have known all this about. Can I carry it even further? If Jalen Waddle was playing, Devontae Smith wouldn't have won the Heisman Trophy. I'm not saying that Jalen Waddle would have won it. I'm just saying all those great. And Devontae Smith is a great player. No doubt about that. He proved that. But Jalen Waddle was the go-to man. He was the number one option prior to him getting hurt. It was not Devontae Smith. All I'm saying is there is a real good chance, y'all, because his name is not coming up in our conversations. Jalen Waddle is more than likely is going to be sitting there at 10. Okay? And Gary, I see you, and I'm coming. And while we hollering Kyle Pitts, and y'all know how I feel about Pitts, I made that perfectly clear. Jalen Waddle is just as explosive, if not more. Why do I say that? Here it is, number one. Nobody can keep up with him. And Mike, this goes back to what you were saying about his injury. He's gotten over that now. He's just not running for him. He's gotten over that. And even in the injury, he played on it. He still was impactful in the game. It was just an ankle injury. He had the surgery. He's gonna be just fine. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. He can play kick returner. Y'all remember that? That's an automatic start for him. CeeDee Lamb would not be returning punts anymore. Water would. Tony Pollard probably would not be running kickoff returns, if not as much. Not only that, if you pick a Jalen Waddle, you really not worried about Michael Gallup no more, like a lot of y'all been talking about. Worried about if we gonna pay him. You draft a Jalen Waddle, you ain't worried about paying Gallup because you just found his replacement. You're not worried about Waddle no more. I mean, you're not worried about Gallup anymore. You got it. Number two, if you line them up on offense, I'm just gonna go and tell y'all now. And please don't come talking to me about, well, that's the SEC. This is Alabama. This is not the NFL. Look, when you got the speed that he has, I'm going ahead and put it out there now. No, he didn't tear his ACL, Mike. He didn't do that. If you put him out there, nobody can guard this man one-on-one. I'm putting it out there right now. Nobody. He gets off the jam well. If you play off, he runs straight to you. He can come back, create separation. He cannot be guarded. Imagine, I'm kind of like Prince right now. Y'all forgive me. Dig, if you will, the picture. Imagine this lineup, y'all. Imagine Cooper on one side. Imagine Gallup, since he's with us, on our other end. And imagine CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Waddle in the slots. Because you can run a 4-receiver set. You did realize that, right? Who you gonna guard? I mean, who are you looking? I mean, what defense? You had to get a Pro Bowl team to cover that. We haven't talked about him. We haven't talked about him. You gonna put your fourth cornerback on Jalen Waddle? Oh, okay. No, I'm gonna put my number one on Waddle. He's dangerous. Oh, so you gonna put your fourth cornerback on CeeDee Lamb? No, I'm gonna put my third cornerback on him. But you just put your top one on Waddle. So you gonna put your fourth cornerback on Amari Cooper? Y'all know. No, I'm gonna put. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Do y'all see the problems that this could be? And I'm getting the feeling he gonna be there. Who are you most scared of? Because we ain't talked about it. I'm just bringing it out. My brother, Boss Cowboy. I don't know if he did it or not, but he said he would. We talked about this last night. All this come from my brothers and sisters on here. I should bring them in right now, just to talk about it. I'm almost tempted to do that. Queen and Gary was right there. Listen, I had to draw back a little bit because who are you most scared of? Let me show you the picture. Are you most scared of Cooper, Gallup, Lamb, and Pitts? Or are you most scared of Cooper, Gallup, Lamb, and Waddle? Both are deadly. Let's not get it mistaken now. This is not a knock against Kyle Pitts at all. Kyle Pitts is dangerous. I'm just saying there's a strong possibility this kid might be there at 10. And if we are going best player available, there's no way in the world that somebody gonna tell me that Jalen Waddle is ranked on people's board between 10 and 12. We talking about a kid that's probably gonna be in the top 7 or 8. Oh, Mike, you late, man. I done pleaded my case with Pitts. I've said it all. I say Pitts is incredible and more dangerous, but I'm saying, my God, it, it depends on what the Cowboys bought. That's what I'm really interested in, y'all. I would love to see how they got these guys ranked. It's hard for me, other than injury, for me to believe. I'm being honest with you. It's kind of hard for anybody. You're going to really convince me that Waddle is not ranked higher than Pitts. I mean, I know what everybody's saying. I'm just saying impact. It'll be more at the wide receiver position. This guy's gonna be let me throw something else in. I'm finna make y'all mad today. Exactly. I see you, Kevin Phillips. Hey, bro, Phillips, I see you, man. Listen. Let me get some. Let me ruffle some more feathers. See, Phipps. Here we go. I'm going somewhere else, Phipps. Listen, at 10, if Gallup is now, excuse me, if Waddle is there, and if we are going by best player available, is he more ranked higher than J.C. Horn? I'm just putting it out there, y'all. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna put it out there because see, a lot of y'all have put up the flag for J.C. Horn, and make no mistake about it, you guys. I believe we need a corner, but is that a need or is that best player available? I heard Coach McCarthy say, "Give me the best player available, and I figure out the rest." I just think J.C. Horn not going to be more ranked than Mr. Waddle. Okay, I'm just saying. See, and thank you, Kerry. I see you, Kerry. Okay, that now see right here. Thank you, Kerry. That's not the way to draft, though, Kerry. It's not. It's not. Sure, you can fill in the holes. Sure, you can get what you need without a doubt. But you're supposed to draft the best player available. That's the reason why we got Lamb last year. We didn't really need to draft another receiver, but the standard was set by McCarthy to get the best player available. We didn't need Lamb in 17, but because he was the best player available, we got him. And if that is how we're doing it, when I look at J.C. Horn, I just can't see Waddle not being higher than J.C. Horn. I know this is for some. I like to publicly thank Gary Atkinson, who y'all see in this chat, and Queen, because these are here. They messed me up last night with this. Well, Mike, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Again, you're absolutely right. And check it out. We do need a lineman, Mike. I'm in agreement with you. That's where Slater comes in. Or there's a lot of talk out now. I just don't believe this. I don't believe it, but there's a lot of talk out that has Penei Sewell dropping all the way to 10. And if that is the case, then if Sewell dropped to 10, it's a no-brainer. And that's over Waddle, that's over Horn, that's over whoever other name. If Sewell falls to 10, which I just can't see it, but I mean, I can't. But if he does, that's over Pitts, that's over everybody. Give me Sewell. If he drops. So I agree with it. And Mike, then that would make sense. That would make sense then. If Sewell is there, then yeah, you go get him. No question about it. You get him. But when you go past that, When the guys that we've been talking about, Horn, Surtain, Slater, J.C. Horn, some people have talked about Parsons, all the where does Waddle really rank over them? And me, I don't see. I'm sorry, Pitts. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people gonna have Pitts over Waddle. Okay, I get that. But now we start talking about impact, and in the NFL, the impact is on the wide receiver more than the tight end. Exactly. Queen, y'all see what this is the conversation that we were having last night. All this is just a repeat of last night. I'm just getting some more people in the conversation, y'all. Queen is right there. Listen, if Sewell is there at 10, the card should be turned in 2 seconds later. We don't have to think about it. As soon as who's above us? Is it the Giants, I believe? As soon as the Giants make the say with the ninth pick of the draft, the New York Giants select blanky. Soon as they get that K out the blank, 2 seconds later, the Cowboys card should be in. Don't you have to take up don't you have to take up all the time? Do I think Jerry would trade up? No, I don't think so, because Jerry's just gonna be like this. When he get to 10, it's gonna be just like this. Any, meeny, miny, mo. Any, meeny, I'm sorry, Queen. Thank you. Queen, the Broncos. Once the Broncos at 9 say, with the 9th pick of the draft, the Denver Broncos select whoever. There should be a pause, whoever announced it. 2 seconds later, after that pause, the card should be turned in. Do I think Jerry would trade up? No, because there's going to be so much there. Would I trade my 10th pick for an extra second round pick? No. We got 10 picks. We're not gonna draft 10 players. Somebody gonna come get it. And as we talked about last night in our conversation, the real draft, y'all, is gonna be in the rounds of between the 2nd and the 4th round. That's where the real draft is gonna happen. See, it's always easy to pick in the top 10. You just get the best player available, and then you start rolling after that. In first round, it's easy. The meat of this draft is coming through the 2nd and the 4th round. And we're going to end up trading some picks because we got 10. We're going to package some stuff and we're going to get something else. I would love to see the Cowboys some type of way. I'm agreeing with you, Joe. I would love to see us get another pick in the 2nd round, but I don't want to trade 10 to do it. No, I got to have 10. It's too many good players right there. Too many good players that's going to be sitting there for us. I can't do it. I can't trade away nobody. Hello, everybody on Pop. I'm sorry for ignoring y'all. Y'all talk to me real quick. If y'all want to get in on the call, y'all press that button there. If you want to get in on the call on Podbean, just click that button there that you can call in, and so we can talk about it. Because, see, I know I done made some of y'all mad. I know I have. I know y'all. I know. I know some of y'all mad because y'all don't like my logic, but I'm saying based off Coach McCarthy and what we saw last year, there's no way that you can eliminate what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that that's not the case this year. Joe said, but a 10th pick will cost us more on our salary cap. There's ways around that, Joe. There's ways around that. There's ways around that. The contract could, for instance, is kind of like Dak's deal. Dak's getting that $75 million, but on the cap, his cap hit ain't nothing. I mean, for the year. See, if I say I could do this, Joe. I don't know if you understand salary cap. Let's just say that my contract is $75 million. Well, when I sign the contract at the table, I can get 70 million. You know, I can do the signing bonus however way I want to. So 70, I'd say 70 million is my signing bonus, which means only 5 million goes against the cap. So on the cap, the salary cap is only 5 million, but you gave me a $70 million signing bonus. Signing bonus don't go against the cap. So that's ways that you can get around that. We ain't worried about that at all. There's ways you can get that done easily. Mike said you just seen we cut $100 million. Nobody else cares about cap no more. Mike, just in case y'all don't know, Mike is a New Orleans Saints fan. So he knows what you have to do. So the cap part ain't the problem. The cap part, what we've seen this year, and other teams have done it, how they can sign people and put that clause in where they can readjust the contract, convert money over to a signing bonus. Salary cap is not a problem at all. At all. At all. That's why we got Dak. But if we're going again, Chris, hey Chris, what's up? Chris, man, where you been, man? I ain't seen you. You know I need you in this show because you funny like I am. Y'all, if y'all don't know, that's my guy, Chris Curry. There, he's a fool. Can I just call you that? I mean, in a good way. He funny. He came in my show one of these times, just wrecked the house because he was tripping. Chris, where you been, man? You know I need you in here because the folks be getting on me. I done made people mad in here, Chris. I got my brother. I got two bodyguards with me right now. Queen and Gary. They my folks. They got my back. But I Chris, you been quarantining. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Let me stop. I ain't gonna do that. Let me stop. I hope God has bless your health, man. If you just get well, man, and enjoy the show. Uh, but it ain't stopping you from typing because you typing now. Chris, you just joined in. Let me go back to your comment. Chris said we need a defense to rival the Reds, and I believe we can get key pieces out this draft. No need to go ham on offensive picks. But Chris, this you just joined in. Chris, that's good, Chris. I appreciate you, Chris. Uh, let me take you back to last year now. Okay. Then we draft CD Lamb. Was not at that particular time, was not he the best player available? All right. Did we need another receiver at that time? The answer to that is no. But we drafted him anyway because he was the best player available. I'm saying if we do the same thing this year, when I say best player available, I threw out a name, Chris. I said we talked about all these guys, Pitts, Pitts, Surtain, J.C. Horn, Slater, all these guys. We ain't talking about Jalen Waddle. And I'm telling you, at 10, Jalen Waddle may be the best player available. Why wouldn't we draft him? I know we need defense. We're going to take care of defense. Yeah, we going to do it. It just may not be in the first round. That's all I'm saying. It may not be in the first round. And crazy as may sound, y'all, it's more in this draft than just J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain. I'm telling y'all, I don't know how much y'all into y'all research, but please understand, there are some more killers at corner than J.C. and Patrick Surtain. I'm telling y'all, it's way more than that. And I wouldn't be mad at either one if we grab. I don't want. If I had the choice, I want Horn over Patrick Surtain. Kevin, I think you was on here asking that question earlier. I'm sorry if I didn't answer that, but I don't want Surtain over Horn. I want Horn. Okay. Corner, exactly. You see my brother on here. Look, corner class. We if we don't draft corner at 1, don't start. Hey, Wendy, good. Look, look. If we don't draft Horn at 10, y'all keep y'all hair in your head here. Look, don't start throwing nothing at your TV, messing up nothing, and don't start hollering at folks. Don't start. Look, don't start cracking. Look, stop. We're gonna be all right. Okay. I gotta calm y'all down for those that listen to me. Calm down. Don't get mad if Pitts is there. Okay. Don't get mad if Pitts is there and Cowboy Land, I'm included. Say we got to get Pitts. He's right there. Oh my God! Can you imagine? Can you imagine we get Pitts? And then they call out with the 10th pick of the draft, the Cowboys select Matthew Slater from Northwestern. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be acting for. And Slater is a great pick. Let me throw that in, y'all. He just ain't sexy. I told y'all that the other time. Y'all gonna be mad. It won't be y'all gonna be mad if they say with the 10th pick of the draft, y'all gonna be hollering, Pitts is there. Oh my God, Pitts. And they're gonna say with the 10th pick of the draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Jalen Waddle, University of Alabama. Y'all gonna be mad. Cause y'all gonna be saying, why we pick him? We already got Gallup. Why we doing that? Why we pick? We ain't drafting a guy to be the 4th receiver. I said that last night in the chat last night, and they opened my eyes up. I'm serious. Look, I'm serious, y'all. Would he really be the 4th receiver, y'all? Hey, Kush. Oh, my brothers and sisters coming on now. I see him out. Okay, but check this out. Check this out, Chris. Ain't no Bosa's there in the top 10. It's not a Bosa. It's not. It's not a Joe, I see you. We do need a nasty DT, but he's not at 10. Not at 10. There's no defensive tackle that's ranked that high. And if you do try to reach it, you can't do it. I mean, we'll get them later. They're there. And Joe, let me throw this in, man. And then you call me being a Dallas Cowboy loyalist. But I really believe, based on what I saw last year, I believe that Neville Gallimore is going to take another gigantic step up. And if he does, a lot of this talk about DTs, we will have them. I believe that. And look, some of y'all ain't gonna like this. Watch this. Some of y'all ain't gonna like this. Some of y'all ain't gonna like this. Watch this one. Based off what I saw last year, prior to him getting hurt, Tristan Hill was playing good football. I know y'all don't like it. I know. Those are going to be your 2 starting DTs this year too, I may add. Barring the injury, those are your 2 starting DTs this year. Queen says, I guarantee that if Pitts is there and someone else is taken, people are going to be hotter than fish grease. You got to have a list of folks that you will be okay with for 10. You can't get super attracted to no one. It's exactly. And if it's best player available, I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious. Y'all got your own way of ranking players. I got some smart people on here. I get it. I don't see too many people that will have a higher rank than Jalen Waddle. I don't. I think if Pitts is there, Pitts will have a higher, whatever. He will. But after that, when we get to about 10, and if Jalen Waddle is there, man, look, I think that Jalen Waddle is going to be higher ranked than J.C. Horn. I believe if Jalen Waddle is there, I believe he's going to be higher ranked than Surtain, than some of you guys want. It may be a neck and neck with him and Slater. I'll say that. I might give it. Slater is a good pick. Slater is a good pick. I'm serious. He is. Chris says Hill was good. We had a lot of injuries and youngster started. Exactly, Chris. That's why I'm saying Hill and Gallimore. I believe both of them are going to take a gigantic step up. What happened to Surtain and Slater? When did I? When I had a talk last night, you came in just a little late. I had people that kind of opened my eyes. I want to really this is an insertion of a name that we haven't talked about, who really will be there, Wendy, who really will be there and will have a high grade, and that's Jalen Waddle. That's all I was saying. Kevin brings up what if Devontae Smith is there at 10? Would you take him? You got to tell me who else is there though, Kevin. Because if Devontae Smith is there at 10, you got to give me who are we picking? who is it? You see what I'm saying? Who's there? Would I take Devontae Smith over Waddle? No. No. I wouldn't. If Waddle is there and Pitts is there, Waddle. I'm going Waddle. If Waddle is there and Surtain is there, Waddle. If Waddle is there and J.C. Horn is there, we gotta start talking. Then we gotta figure it out. We gotta really talk. Okay, I would lean toward Waddle again. But at least we got to talk. If Waddle is there and Slater is there, Waddle. This just me now. Y'all may think different. I'm just saying me. Okay. If Waddle is there, and there's been talk, y'all. I know some of y'all haven't seen it. There's even talk now that Sewell will be drafting there. Okay. Penei Sewell. Now I'm picking Sewell over Waddle. When I had to talk last, it was because out of all the talk that we've done, at least on my shows, a name that we have not talked about that is right up there is Jalen Waddle. It's no question about it. I mean, we just didn't call his name out. And if he's the best player available at 10, and we just showed you last year that McCarthy picked a wide receiver when we didn't need it, he answered the question and said, listen, give me the best player available regardless of position, and I'll figure it out. If that's the case, y'all, if Waddle is sitting there at 10, and in my opinion, I just named off about 5, 6 names, and I really believe that Waddle is more impactful. Once you add up all that he can do, kick returner, punt returner, wide receiver, I mean, and the scary for y'all not seeing this thing, y'all. Yeah. Okay, Joe says you would take Joe, and guess what? You're not wrong. If y'all reading the conversation, you see what Joe said? You are not wrong. Because if you don't have a line, the Kansas City Chiefs just showed you that last year when they 2 tackles went down, Patrick Mahomes looked like he ain't never touched a football before. He was running for his life. Tampa Bay killed him. You got to have an old line. I'm not arguing with you on that, Joe. But I will say this. If you pick that, there's no way in the world you're going to be able to tell me that Slater will have a higher grade than Jalen Waddle. So that tells me that you would be picking for need. You see what I'm saying? And it's not a reach but it's just not. It goes against what Coach McCarthy said. Don't get me wrong. You go get Slater. It's a benefit to that. It is. And it's really about y'all, and maybe this is another whole different show by itself. It's really about now, how do you really want to play football? Okay? Yeah, exactly, because exactly. See, he could say it's very difficult draft to predict. I expect this draft to go like the NCAA bracket, so to hold on, yeah, because nobody picks are set in stone. That's exactly. That's what I'm saying, and I'm causing more. I'm putting more friction in it now by throwing Waddle's name here before. Gary says, Joe, we can get quality linemen later in the draft, and that's true also. That is very true. That it just don't stop with Slater and Sewell. There's some dogs all down the line. I'm saying that it depends on how you want to play football, y'all. And this is another whole show. See, the defense, as quiet as kept, will not be fixed this year. It's gonna take at least two years, really, to get these guys going. We just trying to make sure we get above 31. You know, if we can jump from 31 to 19 or 20, that's a good year for the defense. And it might be just enough to get us to places where we didn't think we could go. Because the offense is going to score. My thing is this. I believe just the hiring, y'all may not believe it, okay? My belief is the hiring of Dan Quinn will get us away from 31 by itself. You got to remember, Mike Nolan tried to have us playing a 3-4 defense. Guys couldn't play that. They didn't know what to do. They didn't. I mean, come on, that guys out of position. Quinn is gonna make it simple. These guys be able to play fast, just with the same talent we had last year. But of course, we done put in new free agents. They will not be ranked 31st this year if they don't add nobody else. I mean, we're gonna add, but I'm saying right now, give me this defense. They're gonna be ranked better than what they were. It's gonna take 2 years to do that. Plus, y'all, whether y'all like to say this or not, okay, exactly. Joe said, I'm worried that Tyron Smith can't stay healthy. Oh, yeah, that's why I would take an offensive lineman. I agree, Joe. We're not banking on Smith to stay healthy. But as Gary just said, we can get that later on, too. Unless Sewell is there. Exactly, Kerry. See, we're going to be better. Here's the other thing, y'all, that you got to factor in. The window has closed on us. We ain't trying to build up. No, we got to win now. Zeke Elliott is you know, it's got to be going down a little bit. He's not what he was when he first came in. We got to go now. Cooper is getting older. We got to win now. And if that is the case, why not strengthen your offense? Why not? Why not give Dak another weapon? I'm just saying. Why not try to score 30 points a game? I ain't worried. I know some of y'all gonna say, I already know. It made no sense to score 30 and then give up 32. I understand that. That was last year. I believe Quinn, by himself being hired, is gonna make things a whole lot better. I just believe that. He could say that the coaching hires will give us a hint on where we're going in the draft, but because we all went defensive free agent, I think they would spend the first pick on offense. I agree totally. That's why we went defense and free agent so we can big go, so we can draft best player available. See, I got some folks in here that understand exactly what I'm saying. And if that is the case, when we get to 10, to be honest with y'all, listen, this is what I think. We talked about this last night. I believe, hey, Daniel, I see you, man. I believe, y'all, that Kyle Pitts will be going to the Atlanta Falcons. Why I say that? You got an older quarterback in Matt Ryan. Julio Jones is older. He's still great though. The other receiver, Ridley, is there. Gage is the third receiver. They don't have a tight end. Tight end, I'm sorry. They don't have it. By Wendy, I'll holler at you. Wednesday, I thought according to BK, we had first pick. I don't know, Wendy. If you're leaving, we'll check you out next time. Water, Slater, or Surtain. Inquiring minds want to know. Between the three, Chris, I would pick when you look at that, Chris, I see two needs. Yeah, exactly. By the Pitts, yeah. I see you, Wendy. Slater and Surtain are needs. They're good players now. Water would be the best player available though. Water out of those three is the best player available. Slater is a pretty good player, but need. Surtain is a need. Let me go back. I think Atlanta would get him. Why? Because Atlanta, in the division that they're in the same division with Tampa. They're in the same division with New Orleans. And who else I'm thinking? Atlanta, New Orleans, Tampa. Oh my goodness, who's the last team in that division? The South. Detroit. No, that's the North. I'm sorry. Who I'm thinking? Somebody help me real quick. My brain ain't working. Tampa, New Orleans, Minnesota. No. Regardless of it, there you go. Thank you, Queen. The Panthers. All right. You're gonna have to score to win in that division. You gotta score. Matt Ryan, they're not rebuilding. Everybody thinking that they fit to draft a quarterback. No, why you gonna draft a quarterback you fit to sit down? You don't want that. They want to win right now. You put Pitts out there with Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and Gage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You see what I'm saying? I think Atlanta is gonna go get Pitts. That's my thought. All right. So I don't think Pitts would be there. I don't think that there's talk that maybe Surtain won't be there. I wouldn't want to draft him anyway. So at 10, this is what I'm saying, y'all. And that's conversation that Waddle probably won't be there either because they think Detroit might get him. I think Detroit is at 8. Huh? Man, Chris, man, I'm old, man. I'm getting older. I look, I had it on top of my head, man. But look, Chris, I was up to almost 1:00 last night talking to some of these people that you seen on the chat bar. Had me up all night long talking this. I ain't had no sleep. I had to get up at 6 something this morning. I had really no sleep. I got to go to bed now. I got to get ready for church in the morning. And I ain't had no type of sleep. These folks had me up. Queen is guilty. She on here. Gary is on here, my brother. So he just said something. Gary and Queen had me up last night. I'm tired. I can't remember stuff like that now. If you would have caught me if I had my proper sleep, I'd give you the whole NFL, division by division, team by team. I'm just tired, man. They had me up last night. Yeah, just had. I tried to get off. They said something else. I had to keep talking. We are at 10. You're right. We're driving there. Look at Queen. See, guilty right there. See what I'm talking about? Guilty. So, best player available. I don't think Pitts will be there. Water may not be there either. I'm just saying we haven't talked about him. And there's a good possibility that he might fall to 10. And if that is the case, look at Gary here. If that is the case, yeah, Eagles say all we need is a couple teams to screw up the pick and get nerves, and we will have. I pick my fingers across that Jacksonville screws themselves. Jacksonville gonna pick Trevor Lawrence, so that ain't even a thought. When they opened up the draft, 5 seconds later, the card ought to be in. It shouldn't take Urban Meyer long. Ain't no sense of holding up and all that kind of stuff. Folks we're gonna have a plethora of guys to pick from. My argument is today, where is Waddle on that board of the Dallas Cowboys? Because you can't be telling me that some of these guys are higher ranked than Jalen Waddle. You can't tell me Slater is higher ranked than Waddle. I'm even saying you can't tell me J.C. Horn is higher than Waddle. And that means Surtain too. I mean, I don't get it. And if that is the case, y'all, don't be mad. If you hear say we got another bona fide killer at receiver, I want to give Dak Prescott another weapon. I do. Because that's a strong point on your team. Some of these teams we're gonna have to score. Okay? When you look at our schedule, I mean, we're going against team this year that's known for putting points on the board. I mean, I understand we got to play defense. If Fields fall, the quarterback, nah, we don't. No. You don't pay that money to Dak Prescott and then all of a sudden draft a quarterback with the number one pick. I mean, at the 10. No, sir. No. No, we don't. If Fields is there, he'll be available for the people behind him. It won't even be a thought. It wouldn't even be a thought. 4 quarterbacks, 3 receivers, 2 offensive line will be gone before we pick. Yeah. But one name I didn't see you there, Joe. You said 4 quarterbacks, 3 receivers, 2 offensive linemen. But I didn't see that one tight end there in Pitts. So I'm saying this thing is gonna get very interesting, y'all. And the fan base, okay. Here's another thing, and I'll let y'all go in a minute, in just a few seconds. Listen, the fan base kind of knows what to do. But the problem with us is we want to put our logic on Stephen and Jerry Jones. And if y'all ain't figured that out by now, y'all should know by now that's the wrong move. What should be don't happen. Mario Norman, he's a Giant fan. Welcome to the show, Mario. He's in here. And I think the Giants are sitting right behind us in the draft. So what we don't pick up, the Giants gonna pick up. You see what I'm saying? The Eagles are behind us. I think somebody's above us. I forget. My brain ain't working. But whoever that we don't pick, the team right behind us in our division is gonna pick up. If we don't pick J.C. Horn, they will. If we don't pick Surtain, they will. If we don't pick up Pitts, they will. That's why it's doubly important that we get 10 right, because our division rivals are right behind us, and we got to make Eagles traded to 12, right? Exactly. We got to get it right, because what we don't see, what we don't get, they will. And we're going to have to deal with these people for the next 10 years or so. So it's incredibly important that we get this 10 pick right. I think Jerry going to do something to get him kicked out the locker room. Who you talking about, Chris? Who you talking about? Get kicked out the locker room. Oh, you talking about going to get himself kicked out. Oh, yeah. Well, Jerry ain't going to do that. Just as long as he make the right pick this time. It's almost to the point, y'all. For real, though. For real. You almost can't go wrong. I'm serious. If you go with Slater, guess what? That's a good pick. Contrary to what some of y'all believe, if you pick Surtain, that's a good pick. If you pick Horn, that's a good pick. If you pick Pitts, it's a good pick. I'm just throwing the next name in. If you pick Waddle, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. I'm sorry. I know y'all. We got to get past the point of trying to knock others down just because we want our pick. No, we no. All of these guys I just called out would make an immediate contribution to the team and would make us better. From Slater all the way to Waddle. Well, yeah, Chris, exactly. See, and that's why he needed to just get out the way. Exactly. He could is saying exactly what I just said. Either way it goes, we gonna come up with a premium player coming our way. I just don't. Oh, okay. Queen said, never say we can't go wrong. Remember the horrible first rounders from the past. I agree with that. It's just that. Let me see. What? Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Who can be a bust out of the guys I just called? Pitts, Slater, Waddle, Surtain, Horn. Out of those five, and I believe most of them guys I just called would be there. Who out of there could really be a bust? I'll throw one right here. Slater. And the reason why I say Slater is because most of us thought that Connor Williams, because he was a first team All-American, even though he played out of position, he played at guard, but he played tackle in college. Even though we got him, the room on him when he came out and said he can play guard. Well, we found out that Connor Williams was not that guy. Slater, to me, can be the buzz because he's the one that will have the immediate impact. If he gets whooped immediately, if he gets destroyed, then we're going to find out real quick, just like we found about Connor Williams, that he's a joke. I don't think Waddle can be a bust by no means. Surtain, you had to give a little leniency when it comes to Horn and Surtain. The reason why you have to do that is because they are rookie cornerbacks. And the last time I checked, other than Jalen Ramsey and Deion Sanders, those were the only two guys that played as rookies and played elite level. I don't remember another cornerback, a rookie cornerback coming in, being the man immediately. They get killed. So I don't necessarily mean that's a bust. I really mean you got a rookie and Surtain going against Diggs from Buffalo or Julio Jones from Atlanta, or these type of guys. Yeah. I'm sorry. Thank you. My guy, Lord, how I forget him. My guy from Michigan, Charles Woodson. These guys don't come in. These guys don't come in. Other than these type of guys there, you get your brains kicked in. So that's got to be, Diggs, our cornerback Diggs, got destroyed when he first started playing. But when he came back from his injury, you can start seeing him, playing real well. And so Diggs, you can tell he crossed that hurdle, that rookie hurdle. You got to give some of these guys time because, this is not the SEC. It's NFL. Yeah, Diggs gonna be gone, be gone by then. You're right, Wendy. So I give a little latitude to that. Pitts. Hey Garrett, what's going on? Pitts, when it comes to Pitts, y'all, Pitts would not be a bust. His whole game is gonna be dependent upon who is his quarterback. If he goes to what I just said earlier, Pitts end up in Atlanta, Pitts is going to be incredible. Okay? Pitts is going to be incredible if he go to Atlanta. Pro Bowl. Yeah. If Pitts come to Dallas, incredible. He's gonna be good. If Pitts goes somewhere like Philadelphia, no. No. Mm-mm. No. You're not gonna be ready. It all depends on, as far as Pitts goes, who is his quarterback. He can catch the ball, but if you got a janky quarterback, I say janky. Janky. What about Devontae Smith? I love Devontae Smith. He's just not gonna be there. I'm not even entertaining him. There's nowhere in the world. But see, Waddle's drop will be because people are still concerned about his injury. That's the only reason why Waddle is even lower. If Waddle been healthy, Waddle be a top 5 pick. But it's because his injury and the unknown, that's the only reason why he's going to drop a little bit lower. That's the only reason why. Devontae Smith, yeah. Devontae Smith won the Heisman this year only because Jalen Waddle got hurt. And a lot of Jalen Waddle's calls were given to Smith. I'm not trying to knock Smith. Smith is dominant. He was dominant last year. I mean, you don't win the Heisman from a wide receiver position. I mean, just flat out, he destroyed everybody. Just before he got hurt in the championship game, y'all remember that? He was destroying Ohio State. Man had almost 200 yards in the first half. I mean, ridiculous. So I wanted to throw that name up. I wanted to throw Waddle's name in because I really believe that we haven't talked about him in Cowboy land. We haven't. And I got a feeling he's going to be there. And I believe he's going to be the highest rated player available at that time. My question is, would the Cowboys pull the trigger? And I would love him to, because I feel like Dak should have another weapon. I really feel like it. And if you put Waddle on this offense, man, look, please don't act like it's a downside to it. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. If anything, it'll take us to another level. I'm serious, y'all. You put Waddle out there with this offense. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You talking about explosive. Look, if you get Waddle on this team, we without a doubt would have the best wide receiving core in the NFL. When did like Surtain? Y'all think she done typed that a couple times. When did want Surtain? Wouldn't be a bad pick. But I'm saying, look, if you put exactly, a lot of people got horn over Surtain. Gary says, listen, you put Waddle in this offense. Name me the wide receiver crew better than we would have. You can't. Dak Prescott would throw for almost 6,000 yards. And somebody going to say, we don't need to be passing. We're a running football team. Yeah, we're not really a running football team. Zeke Elliott, I told y'all on a couple shows ago, please look at Zeke Elliott's stats and tell me when and how many times did Zeke Elliott have over 20 carries in a game. We're not a running football team. We were begging Kellen Moore to run the football. He never did it. He put the ball in his Dak's hand. It's going to be the same way. It's going to be the same way. You got to run. You look. You don't get a Lamborghini and then just put it in your garage. No. You got to drive that thing. You don't. In other words, what I'm saying, you don't draft all these receivers that we got and then come back. No, Chris, I don't have stock in Waddle. All this came from last night, Chris. Waddle wasn't even in my thought process. But I had once I kept seeing the mock drafts, and then I kept seeing Waddle down in the between the 9 and 13 category. Well, that's where we draft, and if he's the best player available, which I think he probably will be, I said, why wouldn't we draft him? I want to make this offense as nasty and dangerous as possible. I'm serious. Well, Joe, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Joe. You do remember, Joe, that Lyle Collins was out, Smith was out. You're absolutely correct on what you're saying. But what if them guys are healthy? There you go, Chris. That's the Chris I know. Here he come. Here come Chris. Watching a Waddle Nike commercial. Well, that's really what my show was about, was to throw in the name Waddle today. So, but I like that, Chris. I want this offense to be as lethal as it could be. I want a defensive coordinator not getting no sleep when he has to face the Dallas Cowboys. I want him to pick the poison. Who in the world are you going to double? If you double here, then you're going to leave my other dogs over there one-on-one to destroy people. I want this. And if you decide you want to do here's the other thing. You get a Waddle out there, man, look, and you line up in the 4 receiver set. Please understand, y'all, that you can't stack the box no more. See, it's so many advantages. You can't stack the box. What that mean? Okay, that means Zeke Elliott get the run. Gary Bryan said, I think Cincinnati will go offense, wide receiver or Pitts. See what I'm saying? That's fine. If it's wide receiver, Gary, it's gonna be Smith, Devontae Smith, or Pitts. Who is it, Bishop? He ain't gonna be there. You talking about Waddle? He may not be, Wendy. He may not be, but I'm just saying so many mock drafts, and he is there. You see what I'm saying? You add a Waddle to this team or Pitts. Your 8-man box days, you can't do that. If not, Dak is gonna destroy you then. Check this out. You add a Waddle or a Pitts. I even throw in, since y'all throwing in Devontae Smith. If you throw these type of guys in here, check this out. This what defensive coordinators will say, and this is what I would say. I would say this based off what I've seen the player that Dak is now and the player that I see is Zeke Elliott. Here's what I would do. I would say this. I want Ezekiel Elliott beating me rather than Dak and these wide receivers. So I would not let these wide receivers destroy me. So I'm going to open up this box and I'm going to let Ezekiel Elliott run. And I'll take my chances. I believe Ezekiel Elliott, because the way he runs is a banger style. I can deal with Ezekiel Elliott getting 5 yards or a little bit less. I believe my defense can do it. That's how crazy things turn around. It used to be the other way, where they used to say, "Look, I'm not gonna let Ezekiel Elliott beat me. Dak Prescott gonna have to beat me." You put a Waddle or Pitts on this team, or since y'all threw out Devontae Smith, you put these type of guys on this team, Dak will beat you. Matter of fact, Dak will eat you alive. You put these guys on there. Look, Gary, you know what? You know the funny part, Gary? I was just about to listen to Brian yesterday, but I didn't do it. I'm glad somebody did. Listen to what he said. Brian Brodus, who's an insider for the Cowboys, who spends time in that building, said it's between Slater, Sewell, Surtain, Pitts, or Horn. He believed that these guys are on top of the board. Now, you may need to put some stock into that because Brian Broaddus talks to the powers that be inside the Dallas Cowboy locker room. I think we called out all those names there right here on this show. Now, I don't know if that's the order that it is, but if it is, that's why I say somebody talked about trading down. Why? Look at those names. Look at Gary's. Matter of fact, let me put it up for y'all. Look, this look at that, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those names there. Why would you want to move down? No, move down for what? Yeah, you could because some of those guys may be there, but you can't move down too far. Kush, I always thought that Sewell would be top 3. I thought based off of what happened to Burrow, I thought common sense would tell you that they need to go offensive lineman because Joe Burrow got 8 alive last year. In no particular order. Thank you, Gary. There was no particular order on that. So those are the names. Again, let me put that up again. If I can find it. This is Gary's comment. This is what Brian Broaddus said. The only reason I'm putting that up is because Brian Broaddus, if y'all don't know, is doing podcasts from the Star. Okay? He's doing shows from the Star, which means he's walking arm in arm with a bunch of cowboy people that work inside that building. They talk to reporters. I'm telling you that we got to pay attention to that. Those are the names, and those are the names I was saying. Those are the names that I was saying. And then Gary says there's no particular order, he said. So why move down? Exactly. Thank you, Wendy. If you're telling me that you move from 10 to 12, then, you may have just a little merit because you're going to pick up another pick somewhere. I might give you that, and these players will be here. But I'm not doing no favor to the Washington football team or Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I'm certainly not moving below 12. Oh, I'm not. No. I'm picking from right there. Them 5 guys will do me just fine. And there's a name that's not in that, as you can see. And that name is what I've been saying, which is Waddle. And it may be because Waddle probably will go maybe to Detroit. I mean, I'm just saying. I've just seen a lot of mock drafts that have Waddle in our area. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, he could right there. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with one of these 5 players. I mean, just look at the list. Y'all look at the comment Gary got there. You can't go wrong with either one of those. I don't think Sewell would be there. I don't think Sewell would be there. I think we can move him out of there. I don't think Sewell would be there. It will blow my mind if Sewell drops like that. It really would. And he is going to drop because it looked like a lot of quarterbacks going in the first 4 or 5. All right, Joe. Appreciate you popping in. We're about to get ready to go too in a minute. Thank you, man. I don't know about your Cougars beating Baylor though, but a good day to you. I don't know, Joe. I don't know. I'm about to watch it myself, so I don't know about that, but we'll see. All right. Appreciate that, Gary. As you can see, Gary Bryant. This is huge. We can't go wrong. But I'm gonna throw Waddle's name in there anyway because I really believe he's gonna drop. I think people scared of his injury. And they ain't seen him run. They ain't seen him. They haven't because he ain't had no pro day. You rolling the dice. You don't know how. Last time you saw him, he played in the national championship game and he was limping in. But the testament to him to even get on the field was big. See what I'm saying? So I Look, we can't eliminate water, y'all. I'm serious. We can't eliminate them, and we're gonna have a nice picket 10 that either guy will be beneficial. Lineman, that's beneficial. Wide receiver, that'll be beneficial. If you go with Pitts, if he's there, it's beneficial. No, I don't think he's gonna drop either, Chris. There's talk that he's gonna drop. I can't see Sewell dropping that low. But Lord have mercy if he did. Woo. Oh my goodness. A no brainer type pick. So that's what I want to say. I appreciate you guys hanging with me and all your comments. Now, this one I'm for to lose my crowd. Because I talk about the Cowboys so much. Remember what I told you guys when I first started this. That my show is a sports podcasting show. I mean, I talk about all sports. And it's also a religious podcast. I only pick those. I don't do that to preach. I don't have to preach, even though most of you know I'm a preacher. I'm an assistant pastor here in Memphis. But I don't use this platform to preach. There's so many on social media. So I don't use it for that. Chris say Water must be my nephew and my Snoop Dogg. Well, I love it. Chris, this is why I need you. See what I'm saying? Welcome back, Chris. And I told you guys that I'll do that. But Cowboys are so much in my heart that I pretty much have done nothing but Cowboys. Here's the thing. I'm not going religion, Wendy. I'm not going to preach at all. I'm sticking in sports. I got to talk about this real quick, and I'm going to lose some of y'all. That's fine. It may be about 2 or 3 of y'all by the time I finish. That's good. Y'all saw what happened in Georgia. Y'all know. They took away the All-Star game. They took it away because of what they perceived to be an attempt for voter suppression by the governor of that state. And so what Major League Baseball did was they removed a money-making machine, took that revenue from the Atlanta area in support of those who feel essentially that this is an attempt at voter suppression. To recap, y'all know the story. The presidential election happened. The state of Georgia went Democrat for the first time in God knows how long, in which the former president, President Trump, said there's no way this could happen. And we want recounts. We want the election is rigged and all that kind of stuff. And from that, they'll also to make it worse, the Democrats won the Senate seat, which gave the power in the Senate to the Democrats. The reason why that is the case, because in case of a tie, you know by now that Vice President Kamala Harris has the tying vote, and I'm quite sure that in the majority of the cases, she's going to roll whatever the president wants. And a lot of friction happened. A lot of friction, a lot of upset people around. And it's based off a lie. Yeah, y'all know it. I mean, when you don't have to agree with him, it's just the case. You see, I get to my issue in a second. Whoever the person was, according to President Trump, because he's the one that made all this up. Whoever the person was that strategically made this master plan that they could all 50 states rig an election and not get caught, that person needs to be the Time magazine Person of the Year. How in the world can somebody cover their tracks so well? How? 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 The government says it's the most secure election in history. The president said it's the rigged election. Two different pages. The FBI said it's not rigged. President Trump said it's rigged. The CIA said it's not rigged. President Trump said it's rigged. Sesame Street said it's not rigged. President Trump said it's rigged. Somebody lying. I would love to know how a person, whoever masterminded this thing, that the Supreme Court said, I mean, if somebody read it, it's a lot. I mean, all over the country. I mean, you can't make this plan this good. So let's get that out of the way. It's not a rigged election. They did recounts. They did runoffs. It was the same result. Recounted one time, he lost. Recounted two times, he lost. Did a runoff, they lost. It's come on now. And so what they did, because they're still mad, and I'm sorry for my Caucasians on here. I love y'all. Y'all know that. But they immediately, what'd you say? When said, look at my previous statement. When it said I done went too far up. I know people who found ballots in dumpsters. Okay. Well, they're mad. Here's the bottom line. So what does the government do? If you notice the laws, and some of you may have to just go look at it. Now, some of y'all not interested in all that kind of stuff. I understand. But it's sports related because baseball's involved. What they did was they're looking and critiquing ways to shut off the vote. What happened in Jordan? I mean, what happened in Georgia? They lost the presidential race came down to Fulton County. Just in case you don't know what Fulton County is Atlanta, Georgia. Who lives in Atlanta, Georgia? Majority. Black people. So, because they lost the presidency and then they lost the Senate in Georgia, they want to make up new rules for voting. And if you look at it, the voting, the way that they want to change things affects black people. I'm sorry. I'm not being racial. I'm just calling it like it is. You have to look it up for yourself. And so what Major League Baseball did, they noticed it. The governor passed it. And Major League Baseball said, okay, not only are we going to pull it away, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to send a statement. And then you get some of the owners that said it. Derek Jeter, just in case some of y'all people, some don't know, Derek Jeter is a mixed person. He's half black and half white. His father is dark as I am. And his mother, of course, is Caucasian. And you know what they say about that when you're that. If you got black in you, you're a black man. So Derek Jeter is a black man. And he's an owner of the Miami Marlins. And he made sure he put his statement out, pretty much saying, in essence, that we can't support a state that we stand tall, and we can't stand in support of voter suppression. LeBron James, I know some of y'all don't like him, but it is what it is. LeBron James is now part owner of the Boston Red Sox. I don't know if some of y'all knew that, but he's now part owner of the Boston Red Sox. And he said in his tweet, some of y'all saw it already, that he's so glad to be a part of Major League Baseball and one that stands to support or does not support voter suppression. That's what happened last night. If y'all are Facebook friends with me, go down my page when you get a chance and look at what I put out this morning, because you knew something was coming. President Trump came out and pretty much sandblasted Major League Baseball for taking away the All-Star game. Saying we can't, they call it radical left Democrats and all that kind of stuff. And you can't do that. You can't do that. It's a rigged election. He's the problem, y'all. He's the problem. Nobody didn't say nothing yet until he said something. A few hours ago, Ricky Rubio came out. He done came out saying you should have took away the All-Star game. Other Republican leaders are coming out saying you shouldn't have took away the All-Star game, only because President Trump opened up his mouth and, said what he had to say. And please don't get me wrong. The president has a right to say what he wants to say. It's just uncommon that a president would do a whole lot of talking when he's out of office. Usually the president's kind of laid back, and then they show up when it's time for campaigns, or a tragedy has happened or something like that. President Trump is going to be different. President Trump is going to be the one that is going to keep his name in the forefront because he has a stranglehold over the Republican Party, and he knows they're scared of him because they know that he'll just go off on them and they'll lose votes. And that's what they're worried about. But they're following suit. Let me say this to you guys, and then we'll be through. Perception is something else, isn't it? It's amazing to me, and I guess it's been this way all my life, and yours too. It's amazing to me how we all can look at one thing and have 2 or 3 different type perspectives. It's amazing to me, for instance, how in 1992, we all seen that video before, when Rodney King was just destroyed by 900,000 police officers in California, getting kicked and beat and punched and everything else. And when it was obvious that this man was not a threat, when you got 18, 19 people kicking and beating on him, and somebody says that he was resisting arrest. How in the world are you resisting arrest? Because he won't stay still. I mean, you kicking them. I mean, you beating them and all that. Those police officers got off. It's amazing to me that the George Floyd trial is not wrapped up by now. He killed the man. That's just the bottom line. But yet, the perspective now is they're making this the George Floyd trial rather than the Derek Chaffin trial. It's amazing to me. George Chaffin said he's not guilty. What? What? You're not guilty? What? I mean, it's amazing to me. And it's also amazing to me to get me back on point. I got to, Mike. This is a sports show. This is why I'm going with it, because it's amazing to me how you can see how they're trying to fix things in Georgia to change voting rights and voting ways that we vote, all because black people came out and voted and put President Biden in, and also put Senator Warnock, and I forgot the other guy's name that they put in. Forgive me for not knowing that. And they're mad, and now they're trying to devise ways, cut hours down, put one spot that whatever was done, they're trying to change it to suppress the vote so they can get Georgia back. And it's all because Fulton County and in Michigan, Wayne County, which is Detroit, which is a predominantly African American county, they're trying to change stuff all over again. And somebody knows, and everybody noticing it. That's why Major League Baseball said no. And then you got the other side saying there's no reason why you should have took the All-Star game away. It's not voter suppression. It's just ensuring our voting is correct. Excuse me, the voting was correct. Y'all just believe the lie that Trump put out. Y'all just believe the lie. It wasn't nothing rigged. If y'all remember, Donald Trump was saying that the only way we lose, he said it was going to be rigged before one vote was cast. He already knew he was going to lose. He knew he was. And he just started putting the seeds out there. Lie it's just like, and they believe the lie, or they progressing the lie. I mean, they're progressing the lie out to where the truth won't be told. So it's entered baseball. Baseball has gotten involved. America's pastime. Donald Trump is saying that, let's just be honest. I hate to say it, y'all, but I'm not being racial. I mean, I'm not racist at all, but I'm just calling it like it is. Baseball is a predominantly white sport. Of course he's going to stick up for that. Y'all notice when President Trump was in office, who came to the White House? Sports teams. Who came to the White House? Major League Baseball did. NHL, the hockey, the Stanley Cup champions. Parts of the college football team. Parts, not all, parts. Why was just those all the only people that came? Because they're predominantly white. The NBA champions refused to go the whole time he was coming. He really didn't want them there in the first place. Why? Predominantly black. The Super Bowl champions, what you would have is parts of the team to show up, not everybody. Who were parts that did not show up? The black players. I'm just spitting the facts, y'all. Y'all, I see my numbers starting to go down. I understand. I understand. This is when we start talking racial issues, it's a touchy subject. I get it. But I had to put it out there. It's amazing to me. And what you're going to see on your timelines and what you're going to hear is more and more people coming talking about it. And I have a serious problem with hey son, with other people. My son just came here. Y'all come on around here. There you go. Say hello. Hello, everybody.
I miss you, everybody. I am the greatest of all time. I'm a Hall of Famer.
Okay. My son said he's the greatest of all time. Hall of Fame. Going back downstairs. Thank you, son. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. I miss you.
Bye-bye. These are the, y'all forget the interruption, but hey, it's all good. Go close the door behind you, son. Thank you. These are the situations. Exactly. Podbean missed. Let's not forget when. Oh my God, y'all can't see this coming. Miss Ty said on Podbean when Clemson won the national championship, And we all know Dabo Sweeney loves President Trump, okay? So he got them guys there. Y'all remember when they had them cold hamburgers from McDonald's there? Come on, man. Come on, man. Clemson is majority black. Gave some cold French fries and cold hamburgers and cheeseburgers. Cold, just cold. What kind of mess is this? Huh? Y'all forgot that? I mean, but that's another whole conversation in itself. Okay, let me stop. Listen, we're going to be, when it comes to these racial issues and the sports guys get involved, and some of y'all going to say, and some of y'all going to watch this replay saying, just shut up and dribble, shut up and swing, shut up and shoot, shut up and whatever. You know, all y'all are part of the problem. I ain't going to even play with y'all. Y'all part of the problem. If you saying that there's no suppression, you're a part of the problem. Yeah. Ms. Ty said on Podbean, she said they paid for all their food in the White House for Clemson and paid $5,500 for all those hamburgers and French fries and all that, and didn't even have a microwave to heat the food. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all know it's the truth. You're a part of the problem. If you saying that there's no suppression, if you're saying that there's no systemic racism, if you're saying there is no racism, if you're saying that everybody got a chance and all, if you're one of those ones that's saying that, you are a part of the problem. You are. Part of it is because you can't identify with the issues. You never had that. You never had to have it. And this just not limited to white people. This got to do with some black folks also. If you hadn't had to experience it, you know, it's hard to talk about it. If you ain't lived it or experienced it, it's hard to understand. Bishop, I feel a problem because I'm white. No, it's just that it's a human issue, Wendy. It's a human issue. It's a human issue. And if you can see it, Ben Carson don't know nothing about it, Chris. Ben Carson don't, and God bless Dr. Carson, because he put the time in to get himself in a position where he was as far as being a doctor. Hey, he studied. He became one of the well-known doctors in this country and the world to do what he does. And once you made a high level of influence and production in your life to where your status kind of eliminates you from having some of these problems, it'll give you a different perspective, and you don't understand what a struggle really is. But Ben Carson ain't no fool though. He said he was just too scared to say something. He saw all that stuff President Trump was doing for 4 years. There's no way in the world he can side with that. He just wasn't ever gonna come against it. See, Dr. Carson had that, but Dr. Carson's a black man, and his folks probably didn't have it like that. And his grandparents definitely probably didn't have it like that. His great grandparents didn't have it like that, like he had it. See, that's the part he kind of forgot. You see what I'm saying? We're not too far away from slavery. We're about 4 or 5 generations from slavery. That ain't nothing. So chances are, if you are highly influential, influential, if you've made progress in your financial status, where if you do a surgery, you getting paid over $100,000 per surgery. The insurance company pay you that. You do, my goodness, you do 5 surgeries a week, 2-3 surgeries a week. You done made $200,000-$300,000 in one. I mean, come on, man. You don't see that. You don't understand it. You've forgotten about it. Say what you want to say, Wendy. You know how we do it. we you forget about it. But Ben Carson, though. Ben Carson, though. There's no way you can do it. And I'm saying it's amazing to me how you can not say it's not voter suppression against your people. And it's just not black because we got let me oh God, can I say this? Let me say this, y'all. I know it's not popular, but here it is. You do realize some white people live in lower standard neighborhoods too, right? So they're affected too. So when we say ghetto, most of the time we say ghetto, it automatically goes to blacks for some reason. Huh? Or check that. When we say watermelon, it just for some reason in this country, folks think that black folks are the only people that eat watermelon. White folks eat watermelon too. When you say fried chicken, most people just put that automatically black. White folks in KFC and Popeyes line all day long. Huh? Y'all, look, I know y'all, some of y'all watch this replay, y'all don't like it. I'm just saying. Y'all just don't advertise it. Huh? Y'all just don't advertise it. White folks love watermelon too. It's not the it's not the black folks' fruit. It's just a stigma that's just been put there. I just messed somebody up right there. Some folks, I really did, y'all. I'm actually giving revelation to folks right now. Do y'all realize that white people like watermelon too? Thank you, Michael Evans. If y'all think y'all see what Michael Evans said, listen. If y'all think that Kool-Aid was only targeted for black people, white people been chugging Kool-Aid being the big Kool-Aid guy on the old commercial. White folks been drinking Kool-Aid for decades. We ain't the only people that drink Kool-Aid with sugar. White people like grape Kool-Aid too. Y'all, I can see right now it's almost time me to get away. It's almost time. Yeah. I'm glad I got some help here on Podbean. I thank y'all for helping me on here. I'm just giving some revelation to some people, huh? Watch this. I'm finna mess y'all up now. Watch this. If y'all don't think that black people are the only people that like collard greens, see that? You see that? See y'all don't know. No, y'all don't want it because it's just strange for some of y'all to think about that. If you think that black people are the only people that eat greens, you off. White folks eating greens, huh? If y'all the only people that think black people like cornbread, huh? If you think only black people buy Jiffy corn mix, y'all mistaken. These are the stigmas that have been put on us for years and years and years, and it all ties in to this outlook or this interpretation that Major League Baseball, who put their neck on the line because it is a predominantly white sport, they put their neck on the line just by siding with saying, "Look, we see this. We see this. This is voter suppression. This is Jim Crow 2.0. This ain't right. We can't stand by this. So we're gonna take all this hotel money that was coming to Atlanta. We're gonna take all this press that was on their way to Atlanta. We're gonna take all of this, all the ESPN, Fox, all these people that were gonna come down here. We're just gonna take the game away from Atlanta because it's in Georgia And we don't want the president. We don't even want President Biden coming down here. We don't want Biden coming down here. We don't want the governor, the Republican governor. We don't want nothing down here. We don't want it. We're gonna take it. We're gonna kick it off. We killing it. We don't want it. So we're gonna take the All-Star game away. We don't care about all the millions of dollars we're gonna lose. We believe this is a human issue. And we're not going there. So basically, I applaud Major League Baseball. I say it all to say this. I applaud Major League Baseball. Listen, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, go look it up, read it for yourself. We might talk about it again at some point, who knows. But you're about to have a lot of stuff with Donald Trump putting his spin on it this morning. You can be rest assured this won't be the last of this story, because now everybody got the green light to say something now because their leader, President Trump, have said something. So now they following suit now because they want to keep their votes. They want to be reelected. All this kind of stuff. I really could go off, y'all, but I'm not good. I'm listening when Wendy said, Bishop, can I tell you something? Yeah, I'm listening. My man Chris. I love Chris Curry coming back to you. Chris, listen, Chris, I don't know if you got it. Chris, put my live notifications on so you can make sure you're in here with me every trip. I can't get my stone stew in a timely fashion because we got a hefty line consisting of all of us. So Wendy says, I'm Mississippi black men are going above Southern boys and PBR. That's rodeo. Yeah, that's true, Wendy. I'm saying, y'all, look. Well, Mike, I'm not scared to say it. Thank you, Mike. Mike says sometimes things. My podcast is a sports podcast. Major League Baseball is sports. That's the only reason why I'm talking about it. It's sports. I applaud Major League Baseball for taking a stance. And we all personally need to take a stance. Somebody may be saying, okay, how did I do that? You take a stance on your timelines. I'm not saying you get up and be like me and say something about it. It's just that watch what you like, watch what you put thumbs up to, watch what you put a heart with, watch what you support. And some of your friends may be siding along with President Trump. There are some things that you probably can side with President Trump on. I mean, it is what it is. But when we start talking about this obvious, see, you don't have to say that. Oh Lord, let me stop. Oh Lord, I'm gonna say it. You don't have to say the N word to declare, and that proves that you're racist. Oh, Lord, I ain't got time. You don't have to say the N word to prove your race. There's other ways that you can show your racism. It's called the power of the ink pen. And that's what Georgia just did, the governor, by trying to suppress voting laws to stop black people. Why? Because the bottom line is we don't want all y'all voting like y'all did last time. It's because of y'all black people that President Biden is in office. It's because of you black people that voted. Y'all turned this state blue, and Georgia does not turn blue. We got this whole state, and y'all right there in Atlanta, Georgia, there's this one county turned this whole state blue, and we're going to put a stop to that. That's what they did. That's what they're trying to do. See, there's other ways that you can say you're racist other than saying the N word. Huh? Yeah. It's other ways, y'all. So you got to watch what you support. You got to watch what you support. You can't be, maybe you don't think there's nothing wrong with the law. Maybe you don't. That's your perspective. Okay, maybe that's the case. I don't see how you got to that point, but maybe it is what it is. See, with racism, there's no straddling the fence. When it comes to racist issues, there's no straddling the fence. There is no, holding both sides. It's either you are or you aren't. Check y'all timelines out. Y'all got friends and all that kind of stuff. Y'all watch what y'all support. As Wendy said, it's the man in the mirror. That's the only way we're gonna make it better. We gotta have a change. And as long as President Trump is talking, thank God his Twitter is down. Thank God his all that kind of stuff. Well, it really would be worse by now. Thank God he don't have Twitter. Thank God that he don't. It would be way worse. But he's starting, but slowly but surely, starting to show his face again. Exactly, Chris. When it comes to racism, there's no split. No. You either you are or you're not. Well, now policies, that's debatable. Policies can be argued and pointed. That don't necessarily determine if you're racist. I'm just saying when it comes to this, when we talking about voter suppression, and we done had people to die for the right to vote. We done had people that bled for the right to vote. We done had people that got peed on. Y'all let me say that today. Just for marching, folks in suits and dresses, black people, dogs turned on them and water hoses turned on them for the right just to vote. All we saying, we just want to vote. We're part of the country. We want to vote. Folks done died. Probably all these black people that's on here now, your folks went to jail, got all this kind of stuff I'm talking about for the right to vote. And yet here it is, 2021. I mean, we just got the chance to vote in 60 something. I mean, my God, that ain't too long. That ain't too far back. We just got the right to vote, and now in 2021, we still have the same thing that is going on that we had a few years ago, and that is we got to stop y'all from voting. That voting something else, because we just found out this year. That voting is something else. Because, see, that voting changed things, see. That's why President Trump is gone. One-term president. That's why he gone. Because the voting changed things. Huh? Voting changed things. So that's why they tried to take it away. Because some folks that's in season now going to have to get a FedEx sticker like we did President Trump and put a FedEx sticker on his backside and say, get on out of here, man. Go on to Florida and live your life, play golf every day and drink tea and let your wife, model and, pretty lady, all that kind of stuff. And, y'all have a good life. You're a billionaire. You got plenty of money. Do what you want to do. Just get out of the White House. That's what voting does. All right, I'm out. I ain't got too much time. I got about a minute left. Listen, if you believe in what I do or if you like what I do, there's my Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. If you're on Podbean, $ the Big Time Show. Become a patron of the show. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday again for the Big Time Show podcast. Please don't ask me what I'm going to talk about. Probably won't be this. If I do, I had to give a whole precursor because my Cowboy family are leaving because we want to talk football. But I thought it was important to talk about this today. We need to, be real about this thing and do what you got to do. All right. Appreciate y'all, guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday at 3:00. I'm out. This is, without a doubt, I am. Yeah. This is the Big Time Show.